Hey YouTube, 3D Printed Life here with a quick update on the Eclips3D. I have no idea what number this is, 20 something, probably late 20s, but that doesn't matter, I'll put it in the title. So let's get into this. So, the first thing you'll probably not notice, turning it on, is that I have revised the LEDs. You can't really tell unless you look at the LED lighting, but as you can see, it's basically just a solid bar of light now. If I can get the range or the exposure to adjust, there you go. You can see that they're now smaller LEDs, but there are twice as many. So the reason for that is it causes much less shadows, especially caused by the print head moving around. So I mean, there's essentially like zero shadows now. Like if I hold my hand in front of this thing, I mean, as you can tell, there's still shadows because that's gonna happen. But barely any shadows, and there's really no like kind of lighting effect like there used to be on the parts where it would look like the part had vertical stripes because of the LEDs. But now that they're closer together, it's pretty much gotten rid of that, so it looks a lot cooler when it's printing. That's really the only purpose. I've been doing some work for version 1.1 of the printer. It's mostly just going to be bug fixes. I have strengthened up these brackets to be thicker. I have the new ones on my printer now, and they seem to be holding up well. Looks like this one has a little crack, so I may even go thicker than they are now, but I'm working on that. New Z end stop so that it makes contact a bit higher up, so that these guys are tighter down. Now this may, actually no, it shouldn't cause any issues if you're using a plate on top of your bed, because you still have this much travel. So as long as your whatever is on top is smaller than this difference in height, you'll be okay, which I believe is probably like 4 millimeters. So most surfaces should still fit fine on there without needing a custom end stop. Additionally, not really a change to any part designs, but I did change around the belt configuration. So I now have it coming from here, twisting on this long straight, and then coming straight across here with no twist along the back. As you can see, both belts are straight there. And it seems to have eliminated a lot of where used to be some previous rubbing on here. Also, it seems to help with print quality, because before, if you had the ridged edge, sorry, focus please. If you have the ridged edge on the inside going around these little idler bearings, it would sometimes cause it to ride up on the edge just because of the ridges. It's not completely flat, so it made it ride up. So by having only the flat sides going against these idler pulleys, it seems to have improved print quality a little bit, just improved consistency. So now on all of the idler pulleys, they are all on the flat side of the belt throughout the printer. So that is good stuff. What else have I done? I don't know, that's probably it. But anyway, I have some print quality examples here. Now these are on the website if you want some better looks at them, but I've done a lot of these little Aztec guys. As you can tell, they're coming out really, really well. This is, I believe, like 80 microns. Came out really nicely. Lots of detail, especially with the part being so small, as you can see. Very small part, but came out good. I have two taller ones, both blue, both came out really good. This bigger one had, there's one issue. Oh yeah, there's a tiny bit of like kind of banding you can see if you catch it at the right light. Not a big deal though. But yeah, those both came out good. I did a little benchy test. I've gotten a few requests to do this, so here it is. Came out pretty good. There's a little bit of trouble with the overhang in the front. But other than that, I mean, it came out pretty spectacular. Really no artifacts, anything like that. I was also surprised that along this hole, it's changing speeds on the way up because it's having a different stuff to print. I really have to adjust my settings so that it doesn't change speed as much, but it still came out really good. Everything looks nice and uniform. The writing on the back's terrible, but I did scale it down, so that's kind of to be expected. The writing is really small to begin with. Writing on the bottom is kind of sucky too because I started it too low, but regardless, the print quality that you see is good. Good stuff. And then finally I did a little Marvin. That's it. It's just a little Marvin guy. But it came out really good. This is harder to see because it's black filament, but nonetheless you get the idea. So that's pretty much it. So Development on the Eclips3D is beginning to slow down because it's getting closer to being complete. I mean, it's pretty much complete as it is. I'm just doing mostly bug fixes and some minor improvements just to get the most out of the printer without really doing anything crazy and any redos. So that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, feel free to leave them below. Oh, and I did forget. I got a mounting plate in the mail from who I used to have laser cutting panels for me, but he can't do it anymore, unfortunately. He's shutting down the laser cutting side of his business, so I'm gonna have to find someone else. Anyway, I made the mistake of dropping it. It shattered, so when I was home last weekend, I used some nails, I heated them up and pressed them in to fuse it back together, but bringing it back to school, I managed to break it again. There's still one weld that held fine, but all the rest have to be redone somehow using what I have at school, so I'm going to be working on that a little bit. Not really sure what I'm going to do. But it would be cool to get everything mounted to the printer finally. It would make it look much neater underneath and much, much easier to transport, which is especially important for when I have to move this printer out at the end of the year. So now that's it. Any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, yada yada, leave a comment below. Also, Eclips3D orders will close on the at the end of the day tomorrow, the 16th. So, oh god, focus. So if you haven't ordered it yet and you want to, definitely get out there and do that soon, because it's going to be too late soon. Link will be in the description to check that out. And that's it, so I'll catch you guys later.